Have you ever wondered how your personal experiences are shaped by your gender, your sexual orientation, your ethnicity, or your class? Do you also wonder how these and other social structures might affect the lives of people in other parts of the country or around the world? Sociology looks at society's building blocks. It explores the way social structures like our families or our gender shape who we are and are shaped by each of us in turn. Our sociological imagination is the ability to connect our personal story with these social structures. It teaches us to see how experiences we think are entirely unique to us as individuals may actually be social issues, problems we share with other people. Anthropology began by examining many of the same questions as sociology, but focusing on non-Western peoples. Today, that line between anthropology and sociology has blurred, and now the outward lens has turned inward. Anthropologists now study Canadian culture, as well as societies on the other side of the globe. At heart, anthropology is a search to understand humanity in all its forms. Anthropologists are known for spending long periods of time with a group of people in order to further this search. One thing that hasn't changed is the ability of sociology and anthropology to help us understand ourselves and our world. And the connections we make between our lives and the lives of other people can inspire us to work together to bring about social change, to make the world a better place in which to live. According to the dictionary, sociology is from the Latin socius, and the suffix ology means the study of. The scientific study of society, sociology looks at patterns of relationships, social interaction, and structures. Or does it? We asked random SFU students what they think.
Sociology.
Gee, sociology, honestly, I don't know. I've never thought about it.
Study of society and...
Something to do with people?
Like external things of why people act the way they do or behave the way they do.
Have you heard of anthropology?
And yes, one time.
Yeah,
Once or twice. Yeah. That's it.
Actually, I don't know.
I don't know. What is it?
What is it? Could you explain it?
Anthropology comes from the Greek roots anthropos, human being, and logos, speech. It literally means to talk about human beings. It's the study of humanity.
Does it have to do with like cultures evolving?
It's the study of humans, isn't it? Like the interactions between different humans.
I feel it seems like more in the past, like something trying to figure out how people lived, but that doesn't seem right actually. So I maybe just keep my mouth shut and say that I don't have a really good feeling for what the difference between the two is.
Anthropology, I'm not sure, but I know it's all related somehow.
Anthropology and sociology are complex and dynamic approaches to understanding people. These approaches are always changing. That's why they're so hard to define. It depends on who you ask. At SFU, the disciplines work together, share their gifts, and promote a deeper understanding of the world. This is what some of the people in sociology and anthropology have to say about it.
The distinctive characteristic of the discipline of anthropology is field research. We do long-term research with communities and groups, and we also make an attempt to be accountable to the people whom we study. We are very much aware that the local sites that we study are linked to larger scenarios where social, economic, and political factors are at work.
And anthropology is about human beings living in all kinds of very different circumstances, different conditions, different places, different relationships with each other. so it's interesting because we're human beings and it's about us.
Sociology is the study of society, broadly speaking. So we talk about individuals, communities, all those things together produce society. And my particular area in sociology is the relationship between society and the environment. So understanding why it is that people recycle, why is it that we have national parks, why do we need to think about having international conventions to protect the climate or the ocean. To me, those are fundamentally social decisions that we make about what to protect, how to use, how to manage natural resources.
Sociology is about paying attention to power relationships in society. Who has it, who doesn't, and why. Many of us are interested in reducing gender inequality at the same time as addressing racial inequality, class inequality, the idea that it's okay for a few people in Canada to have ridiculous amounts of money, just insane amounts of money, while there are people who don't even have enough money to make it through the day.
Sociologists study all sorts of human behavior having to do with race and ethnic relations, with consumer behavior, with one's political behavior, with your behavior at the place of work. The interesting thing about what some of us do, if we define ourselves as political economists, is to try to see all these elements as a composite. One really can't understand social phenomena unless one understands the political and economic dimensions along with them.
Sociology is crucially important to the understanding of processes that are happening every day. I think we're living in a social world, and to understand how things are organized, how things are related, how things affect or don't affect one another, it's pretty important stuff, pretty practical stuff.